Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to discuss current affairs of 12th January 2024. So first of all, we are going to take out Delhi edition of Hindu and we are going to see the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. So there is no need of reading each and every article present in newspaper, okay? So only articles which are relevant from our UPSC point of view, we have to see that. And how can you know that which article is important? That is through syllabus copy. So you have a detailed syllabus of examination, right? So you have to go through and by heart the syllabus, and based on that, if you are going through the newspaper, then you will be seeing some keywords. So I will be explaining the keywords like how to identify the article which is relevant from our examination or not. So all these things that we are going to see along with the dimensions and as well as interlinking of subjects. So interlinking of subjects is very important from UPSC point of view because you are going to write descriptive papers, okay, that too in GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. So there you have to interlink one topic with another topic and even one subject with another subject. So we are going to learn that from that news analysis. So here, if you are watching this Rathods IAS news analysis for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel. And next one is watch continuously. Okay, consistency is very important. You have to show consistency here. And one more thing here is try to make the notes. So if you are getting the new points, so try to make the notes. And okay, and one more thing here is before reading newspaper. So if you are a beginner, I am saying if you are a beginner, so keep this syllabus copy before you. So if you are watching this analysis, I will be also giving you lots and lots of tips to clear UPSC. Okay. And now let us see the first article from the front page. The title says direct tax. Direct tax kitty crosses 80% of 2023-2024 targets. So what is a keyword that you can identify? Keyword is direct tax. Okay, keyword is direct tax. So in your economy syllabus of your GS paper 3, yes, you have this topic of taxes. So in a separate heading like taxation in India. Okay, so now let us see the dimensions like what you can see here. So this article is talking about tax, or you can talk about this topic under this chapter of taxation in India. So if we are talking about this taxes, we have two types of taxes. Yes or no? How many types? Two types. One is direct tax and another one is indirect tax. Okay, so first one is direct tax and second one is indirect tax. So direct tax means nothing but whenever your income is increasing. Whenever your income is increasing, the tax to be paid to government will be increasing. So I can say this tax, it is called as a progressive tax. So this tax, it is a progressive tax. So why I am saying this is as a progressive tax here? Because whenever your income is increasing and your taxes contribution should be increased. And next one is indirect tax. So it is not related with your income. Either you are a rich or poor, you have to pay this tax. So it is called as regressive tax. So it is called as regressive tax. And this tax will be affecting the poor most. Okay. And if you see some examples of this direct tax, we have IT, that is income tax. We have corporate tax, gift tax, capital gains tax, etc. So these are some examples. And one most familiar example of this indirect tax is GST, which we came up in year 2017. Okay, so here what is this article talking about? So article is talking about there is increasing of tax collection. So this article is saying that there is increasing of tax collection, that too from direct taxes. So here what are the dimensions that you have to think? So first dimension is you have to see some basics regarding this direct tax. And you have to see like second one is what are the reasons why there is increasing of this direct tax collections. And third one is what is the significance. Okay, what is the significance of increasing of this direct tax collection? So all these are the important dimensions. Okay, and one more thing here is, so whenever the taxation or whenever this taxes are collecting by government, that will be helpful for developmental projects, and even it will be helpful for address some of the challenges which are present in our society. And government can come up with the new schemes, or for already existing schemes it can increase budgetary allocations. Okay, and it can also helpful for the government to decrease its debt. So all these things are very, very important. Okay, clear? And now let us move on to next topic. So here you can see one important article. It is about South Africa and Palestine. So as you all know that Israel-Palestine issue is going on. Okay, so here Israel which is bombing number of areas in this Palestinian residing areas. So here now South Africa accuses Israel of genocide in Palestine, and even Africa is asking United Nations Court to step into it. Okay, so here why South Africa is involved, why this United Nations Court is involved, so that thing we have to think. So now let us see in detail. So this article is talking about Israel-Palestine issue. So actually this issue which started by this Hamas. So Hamas or the military group, they are present in Palestine and they started attacking Israel, and in retaliation Israel which is now attacking this Palestine, and lots of issues which are going on. A number of civilians are dying, they are losing their life. Okay, so now what happened? There are some countries which are supporting Israel like US. Okay, so here US which have rivalry, that is Iran. So now Iran is supporting these Palestinians, and in this context here Iran also warned that we are going to control this Bab el-Mandab. So it is one of the important choke point through which trade will happen. This point is important for trade. So this is under control of this Iran. Okay, so that too, actually the issue here is Iran is do not having any boundary, but it is using this Houthis. So Houthis are militant group, they are operating in Yemen, and Yemen is sharing boundary with this region of Red Sea, etc. And from that point of view, Iran made a statement that we are going to control this Bab el-Mandab. So this is the first dimension, yes or no? And now the second dimension is South Africa. South Africa is supporting these Palestinians, and South Africa want United Nations Court to look into the issue. Okay, and the South Africa is also saying that it is genocide. Okay, so this is the thing which is happening now. So here you have to understand what is this genocide. So now the famous genocide is Rwandan genocide. Okay, and in this genocide you have to see what are the laws or what are the acts which are present to deal with this, and you have to see like what will be the impact. Okay, so all these things are very important from this article. So we are connecting international relations with geography. So even you can see geography or map of South Africa. So from there also you can get a question, and even in these water bodies like Bab el Mandab, Red Sea, etc. There also there is chance of getting question. Okay, so all these things are very important, and we are going to see each and every point in detail. Don't worry. And you can leave this city page. There is nothing much important. Yes, now let us see this states page. Yes, you can see one important article, that is infrastructure project. Once 42 kilometers drive Atal Setu to reduce Mumbai Mumbai commute to 20 minutes. So this article is talking about increasing of connectivity. Okay, so this article is talking about increasing of connectivity. So it is talking about connectivity of Mumbai and Navy Mumbai. Okay, Navy Mumbai. So here you have to say what is that project is about. So what is the link and what are the positive outcomes. So this area you can get a prelims based question. And even you can see some facts regarding this project. Clear? And let us move on to next page. So you can move directly onto this editorial page itself. Yes, in this editorial page, the first article it is about anti-defection law and what is the role of speaker. So this article is very important from your polity, okay? So it is talking about anti-defection law. So if you see some facts regarding this anti-defection law, it is not present in our original constitution. It is added by Constitutional Amendment Act. So please tell me which is the Constitutional Amendment Act that led to adding of this anti-defection law. And because of this anti-defection law, we have one more new schedule, that is Schedule 10th of Indian Constitution. Okay, and you have to see like what is the criteria and what are exemptions okay, and you have to see here what is the role of speaker. So why I am saying speaker here, because it is in the case of Lok Sabha or State Legislative Assembly. So in the case of Rajya Sabha or Council, so role is given, okay, to chairperson or chairman. So lots and lots of cases which are filed before Supreme Court regarding, so what is the time limit that a presiding officer can act. Okay, so there is no time limit which is given in our constitution. So because of this, it is one of cause of concern now. And next topic it is about, are antibiotics over prescribed in India? So you have to see what is the role of antibiotics first. So if you are taking antibiotics, for example amoxicillin plus clavulanic acid, or for example penicillins, or for example ciprofloxacin, cefpodoxime, cefixime, etc. So there are the different classes of antibiotics. Okay, so antibiotics are used especially to treat infections. But this article says that rather than this to treat disease, now these antibiotics are prescribing for preventive measures. Okay, so because of that, we can see there is overuse or exploitation of these antibiotics, and that is one important reason for this development of antimicrobial resistance. Okay, so we are going to see some important facts regarding this article, like different Yeah, I will tell you the dimensions first. So it is talking about antibiotics, right? So you have to see which type of antibiotics are there. For example, anti-malarial drugs. So we have anti-protozoan drugs. Okay, anti-worm drugs. Okay, and antiviral. So these are some important antibiotics that we have. So here you have to see for treatment, how many types of treatment are there. The first one is preventive care. Next one is curative care. So rather than to cure the disease, now we are using for the prevention of the disease. So because of this, it may leads to antimicrobial resistance. That is one important problem that we are facing in our medical sector, right? That is antimicrobial resistance. So in this treatment, we have preventive measures and curative measures. So curative is nothing but to cure the disease, and preventive means before we got this disease, we are taking some steps. So here we have to see almost all the dimensions, like why, what are the reasons behind this misuse. And you have to also see some data. Okay, so that's it. And if you move on in this text and context, already we discussed this topic, that is regarding strained ties in India and Maldives relations. So from last 4 days onwards, we are discussing this topic, so that I am not going to take the detailed explanation of this topic in today's class. And if you move on here, you can see one important scheme, that is Agnipath scheme, was brought after consultations, says Army Chief. So here you have to know about what is that Agnipath scheme and who are eligible. Okay, so how many years they can continue, and after that what I have to do. So all these things that you have to remember. And next topic is NIA cracks down on the nexus of terror outfits gangsters at 32 locations. So here what you have to focus. Here you have to focus on what is this NIA. Who are the members and what are the functions. So these are some important areas that you have to think. And this topic is important from GS paper 2 under governance. Next, let us move on. And here in this page, you can see there is one article, that is Surat indoor cleanest cities, Maharashtra tops state list. So this article which is talking about Swachh Survekshan awards. It is talking about Swachh Survekshan awards. So please let me know how many of you are from Surat and as well as Indore. So if you are from that so and so area, so please let me know, like, what are the steps that you have taken especially, okay, to improve your condition or sanitation in these areas. So Surat in Gujarat and Indore in Madhya Pradesh, they were on jointly declared as the cleanest cities of India at the annual Clean City 2023 awards. Okay, so who will give this award? So this award will be given by our president, obviously. So Indore has been adjudged as the cleanest city for the 7th time in row, and the top of 10 cleanest cities within a population of more than 1 lakh includes Greater Visakhapatnam, Bhopal, Vijayawada, New Delhi, Tirupati, and as well as Greater Noida, Greater Hyderabad and Pune. So these are the top 10 cleanest cities with a population which is having more than 1 lakh, okay, 1 lakh people. So this is the thing which mainly said. And here we have to see the rankings. So first one is Indore in Maharashtra, second one is Surat in MP, and Navi Mumbai in Chhattisgarh, Greater Visakhapatnam in Odisha, and Bhopal in Telangana. Okay, so these are the some important things that you have to see. So here we have the rankings. So you have to see Bhopal, it is not in Telangana, but here it is given like Telangana. So you have to see which are the areas and you have to see the rankings. Okay, so that is very, very important. And actually you will be getting questions like, so recently Swachh Survekshan awards, okay, had been released, and you will be getting questions like Chief Minister of the state will be giving this award, but this award is given by President Draupadi Murmu, so it is clearly given here. And you have to see like Indore is a cleanest city. Yes, of course it is a cleanest city. And even you have to see at least top 3, okay, top 3 areas, and you have to see from which state they are getting. So actually here the state wise ranks here is, the first one is Maharashtra, and second one is MP, and third one is Chhattisgarh, fourth one is Odisha, and fifth one is Telangana. So these are the state wise rankings. And if you are talking about the city wise rankings, so city wise ranking here is, we have Indore first, second is Surat, third is Navi Mumbai, and fourth one is Visakhapatnam, and fifth one is Bhopal. So you have to see like these rankings. So we have 2 first rankings, that is Indore and as well as Surat. So they got 2 cities which got the same first rank. Okay, so you have to see the city and you have to see from which state, okay, they are having the more number of cities. And one more thing here is, if you are from Maharashtra or if you are from MP or Chhattisgarh, so etc., you have to think about what are the steps taken by your state, okay, to increase the cleanliness. Okay, so to improve the cleanliness, so what are the steps that are taken by the municipalities in urban areas? Because here we are talking about cities, I am not talking about rural areas. So in cities, what is the local self-government? So the local self-government we added through 74th Constitution Amendment Act. Okay, that is nothing but municipalities. So you have to talk about what is the role of municipalities here. So I will be giving you the dimensions. So if you want, you can make a note. So you have to note about this Swachh Survekshan. Okay, awards. So it will be given by President. It is very important, not Chief Minister, it is by President. And you have to see important cities and at least 1, 2, 3 cities, and you have to see which states we have more number of cleaner cities. Okay, and you have to see like what is the role of municipalities. You have to think about what is the role of municipalities. So whenever we are thinking about municipalities, you have to see 74th Constitution Amendment Act of 1992. Okay, so you have to see like role of municipalities. Okay, that is coming under the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Actually, this topic is important from governance, because whenever we are discussing about any scheme, okay, so here we are talking about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So here in this context, you have to see some facts regarding this scheme, and you have to analyze that whether this scheme it is a success or not. Okay, whether this scheme it is success or not, we have to think about that. Okay, so that is the thing. And one more thing here is, you have to see the city and from which state it is from. Okay, Surat it is from Gujarat, Indore it is from MP. So you have to see like this. Okay, and Navi Mumbai from where it is. So here Greater Visakhapatnam it is from AP. So Madhya Pradesh we have Bhopal. So like that you have to see like from which state we have these cities. Okay, and here there is also one more chance of getting your prelims question is, so they will be saying like identify the correct pairs, and they will be giving you Indore and state. Next one is Navi Mumbai state, and next one is Greater Visakhapatnam states, and they will be giving you the statement like identify the correct pairs, and the options will be like only 1 pair, only 2 pairs, only 3, none, like that you will be getting the options. So in that way also you have to be prepared. And next topic it is about crimes in Delhi railway stations rise by 105% in 2 years, says RTI reply. So this article is very, very important. So please let me know how many of you are from Delhi. So if you are from Delhi, the question in your interview will be whether Delhi is the safest place for women or not. So this will be your first interview question. So please prepare, okay, with that question. So this article is talking about crimes in Delhi. And this article says that there is 103% of increase. Okay, so it is saying that, sorry, 105. So there is 105% of increasing of crimes. So in Delhi, there is 105% of increasing of crimes. And next one is, so this information how we got because of filing of RTI, that is Right to Information Act. So here we have to see the different dimensions. Like for example, it is talking about crimes. You have to see which type of crimes. Some examples. And you have to see what are the reasons. And what are the possible measures can be taken. And next one here is RTI. It is nothing but right to information. So we came up with this act in year 2005, Right to Information Act of 2005. And you have to see what are the provision of this act. And you have to see what are the exceptions. So which information cannot be disclosed. And you have to see like how it improved accountability. How it improved accountability and transparency. So it is also the part of probity in governance. It is also in the part of probity in governance in your GS paper 4. Okay, so from these point of view also we can think about this topic. And if you move on, that's it. So these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now we are going to see the notes. And if you want to get the notes, you can join the Telegram channel. And the link is given in the description box. So now let us see the important points, okay, from these articles so that you can make the notes. So the first topic, it is about direct tax collection which had been increased, right? So if you see context, it says that India's net tax collection, so it increased or touched 14.7 lakh crore. Okay, so 14.7 lakh crore had been collected under this net direct tax collection. So it is very high. That is the thing which mainly said, and there is no need of remembering these numbers at all. And if you see details, it says that CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, said provisional direct tax collection continue to register steady growth. There is increasing of this direct tax collections. So finally it led to around 26.11, okay, 26.11% rise in personal income tax inflows. And here there is also one more projection which says that, so there will be increasing of this direct tax revenues. So there will be increasing of this direct tax revenues to grow by 12% in 2024 to 25. Why? Because we are expecting that the benign levels of commodity prices. So based on this commodity prices, again there will be increasing of this direct taxes. And if you are talking about some facts regarding this direct tax, so it is a tax that is one levied directly on the taxpayer. Okay, and that taxpayer will be paying tax to the directly government. So here we have this CBDT, that is Central Board of Direct Taxes. So this Central Board of Direct Taxes is responsible for levying and collecting of this direct taxes. And even if there is any need of coming up of any policies, so here CBDT will come up with the policy changes. And the taxpayer, he pays a government or a direct tax for a variety of reasons. For example, for the real property, for a personal property, and income tax or asset taxes, gift tax, capital gain tax, etc. So these are some important types of taxes that will be imposed by this CBDT. And this direct tax, it is one of the two main sources of income or revenue for the government. And another revenue here is through indirect tax. And if we are talking about what are the advantages of this direct tax, so first one is we are going to have economic balance. So government which is creating tax bands depending upon the individual wages and also to achieve economic and social development of the country. Okay, for example, running of the different schemes for the upliftment of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, for the upliftment of the women and as well as children, etc. So this tax can be used by the government for these developmental projects. And the tax rate, it is set according to country's economic position, and even individuals are also excused in order to balance economic disparities. And next one is it is also ensuring the equality. So individuals and businesses with large profits, they have to pay higher taxes to the government in order to help government to come up with the developmental policies and developmental schemes such that it will be helpful for upliftment of poor and vulnerable society. So in this way, it will maintain economic equilibrium. And the next important point is it also gives certainty. So direct tax provides both government and the taxpayers with a sense of certainty because the amount of tax that must be paid and collected is known to both taxpayer and as well as government. So because of this, it will be giving certainty. And next one is it also addresses issue called as inflation. So what is the meaning of inflation? So whenever there is rise of prices in the market for both goods and services, that condition is called as inflation. So here this tax will also helpful to address this inflation because so whenever there is increasing of prices, government will be providing subsidies sometimes. So for that subsidies, yes, this tax money is very important. And next one is it also makes government accountable. So individuals, they are aware of the need to pay taxes. As a result, he or she is aware of his or her rights. Okay, his or her rights, so that government is now accountable to these people. And next topic it is about genocide. We are going to understand what exactly meaning of this genocide is. So here South Africa accused Israel of committing genocide against Palestinians and also pleaded with United Nations top court to urgently order halt. So yes, what are the military operations are taken by this Israel, so they had to be stopped. So this is the thing which mainly said by this South Africa to United Nations court. So if you see details, it says that South Africa lawyers, they said during opening arguments that latest Gaza war, okay, so which is a part of decades-long operation of these Palestinians by this Israel. So they asked the judges to impose binding preliminary orders on Israel, so including India's military campaign in Gaza. So talking about what is this genocide exactly means is, so as per United Nations, genocide is nothing but it is intentional and systematic destruction of a particular ethnic group or racial group or religious group or a national group. So this destruction that can occur through variety of means. For example, it includes mass killings or forced relocation, imposition of harsh living conditions, etc. And what are the laws or the acts are present? So we have convention. That convention is nothing but convention of prevention punishment of the crime of genocide, or it is also called as genocide convention. And this genocide convention is an international treaty. Okay, it is between the different countries. So this genocide convention which criminalizes genocide and obligates state parties to enforce its prohibition. So United Nations Treaty defines genocide as actions taken with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethical, racial or religious group. So it was the first legal instrument, and we came up with codifying as a crime. This genocide we came with the codifying as a crime, and the first human rights treaty unanimously adopted this United Nations General Assembly. Okay, Assembly, especially in this third session of this United Nations General Assembly. And this convention which entered into force from 1951 onwards. So as per 2021, there were 152 countries which are parties of this convention. And next topic, it is about Atal Setu, that is connection between Mumbai and Navy Mumbai. Okay, so now let us see some facts regarding this project. So it is equipped with cutting edge Japanese technology. Okay, so it is not having Russian technology or US technology. So we are having this Japanese technology. It is very important. Okay, so it is equipped with Japanese technology. The Mumbai Trans Harbour Link is also known as Atal Bihar Vajpayee Sewri Nava Sheva Atal Setu. So actually, so this project or this bridge, it is the largest bridge and it is going to cut down the distance and it is going to save the time also. So if you see some details, it says that here Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, it is also known as Sewri Nava Sheva Trans Harbour Link. It is under construction. So it is around 21.8 kilometers and is providing 6-lane access expressway. So now let us see the map where it is located exactly. So this is map. Here we have Sewri and here we have this Nava Sheva. So we are connecting this. So this is Mumbai Trans Harbour Sea Link. Clear? So this is the project, that is Atal Setu. And if you move on some facts regarding this link, so it will connect Mumbai with Navy Mumbai and it is a satellite city, that is Navy Mumbai, it is a satellite city. So the bridge will begin in Sewri, South Mumbai, and that will cross Thane Creek north of Elephant Island and it will be terminated in this Charle near Nava Sheva. So the road will be linked to Mumbai-Pune Expressway in the east and that too under construction coastal road in the west. So the bridge will further connect to this Mumbai-Pune Expressway and as well as Mumbai-Goa National Highway. And what is the significance of this project? So first one is it will be decreasing the time of travel. Okay. So the bridge which is connecting this Mumbai with Navy Mumbai is expected to provide major relief to commuters in Mumbai metropolitan region. Okay, that will be helpful for mitigating of this traffic congestion. And next one is it will also promote economic development as well, because whenever we are going for any infrastructure projects, it will generate employment, so that will be helpful for economic development. And here this project which also allow the people to travel from Sewri in central Mumbai to Chirle in Navi Mumbai just within 15 to 20 minutes. And this will also lead to development of educational, industrial and service sector in this Navi Mumbai region. And this project which also saves the time, fuel and as well as it will also leads to prevention of pollution. Okay, so this is about this topic. And next topic, it is about the speaker power. So this article is talking about anti-defection law. So many a times in UPSC prelims, you already got question regarding this anti-defection law. So there's again the chance of getting a question. So we are going to see that topic in detail. So first of all, why this anti-defection law is in use? Because Maharashtra Assembly Speaker, he was ruling on the disqualification of petitions which are filed by these rival factions. Okay, because we have to like changing of party happened. So because of this, so these people are saying that we have to impose or you have to impose this anti-defection law. So if you see some facts regarding this anti-defection law, which comes under 10th schedule of Indian Constitution. So it is present in 10th schedule and it is not present in our original constitution, but we added it on later. That is through 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And it was a response to toppling of multiple state governments by party hopping MLAs after the general elections of 1967. So it lays down the previous related provisions which are related to this disqualifications of members of parliament and as well as state legislative assembly on the grounds of defection. So there are also some exceptions, like whenever MP or MLA to join or to merge with another political party without inviting the penalty of defection. And this one is, it does not penalize the political parties for encouraging or accepting defecting legislator. And as per 1985 Act here, defection is nothing but 1/3. Defection is nothing but 1/3 of elected members of political party is considered as a merger So but here we have one amendment, that is 91st Constitutional Amendment Act, so which mainly changed that at least two-thirds of members, at least two-thirds of the members of the party must be in the favor of a merger. Okay, that will be validity in the eyes of the law. And if you're talking about what are the grounds, so how this defection will be imposed. So first one is, if an elected member he is voluntarily giving up his membership to a political party, then he will be attracted under this defection. And if or he votes or abstains from the voting in house, then also it will be attracting this defection. And this one is, if any independently elected member joins any political party. So independently elected member should not join any political party. So if he is joining means he will be disqualified. And if any nominated member joins a political party within 6 months, it's okay. But what happens after 6 months? So he will be disqualified. And now let us see the next important topic, that is antibiotics over prescribed in India. So whether there is over exploitation is happening or not. So unfortunately, I don't know whether this article will comes now, but during my internship in Kim's hospital, yes, I did my project on this irrational use of antibiotics, that too in gastroenterology department. Okay, yes, I found that yes, irrational use of antibiotics is happening. So without any need here, antibiotics are prescribing, and if I ask them, so they will be saying that it will be a preventive measure. Okay, so the same thing which is given in this article, it said that a National Center for Disease Control, National Center for Disease Control recently found that over half of nearly 10,000 hospital patients, they were surveyed for a study, were given antibiotics to prevent rather than treat. Okay, so they are giving in hospitals, doctors are giving these antibiotics not for the treatment but for prevention of infections. So if you are talking about what are the concerns which are raised by this survey regarding use of antibiotics, is over 70% of patients in tertiary care area hospitals, they are prescribed with antibiotics, and over 50% of antibiotics prescribed, they have potential cause of antimicrobial resistance. And 55% of the patients surveyed, they were prescribed antibiotics as prophylaxis, that is preventive treatment, and only 45% were prescribed antibiotics actually to treat these infections. Okay, not more than that. So in this way here we can see there is a misuse and overuse of this microbials or antibiotics is seen here. So because of this, there is a danger of evolving of these drug resistant pathogens. Okay, so we have to be very much careful. So what are the steps that can be taken? The first one is we have to go for developing of new similar antibiotics. So if what are the antibiotics that are available in market, if they are not working means, so there will be increasing of this disease burden, right? So because of this, to address this issue, yes, we can go for research and development and we can come up with a new set of antibiotics. And this one is, here we have to make the drugs more evitable, and this one is we have to regulate the use of these drugs by the doctors and as well as government, and especially if you are getting cough and cold and if you are going to any pharmacy, okay, and if you are explaining your signs and symptoms and if you are asking for a tablet, so they will be giving you antibiotic for sure. Okay, so here even this over the counter drug, ODC drugs, they had to be controlled. And this one is patients, they need to maintain the patients with the medical process rather than expecting the immediate relief. And there is a need for stricter regulations for the use of these antimicrobials, and there is a need to promote and fund research and fewer antibiotics. So all these are some important steps that we can take. Okay, so that's all. So these are some important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And if you really like this class and if you are getting the dimensions, hit the like button. So if you are hitting the like button, then that will be boosting me, and we are going to come up with much more important and many tips that will be helpful for clearing of your UPSC. And don't make your journey harsh, so try to make your journey as smooth as possible and enjoy every moment. Okay, and that's all for today. And I want to show you where you can get exactly the notes of this class. So you can get the notes in Telegram channel. That Telegram channel link is given in description box. And one more thing here is, please do like the video and share this class to your friends also. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching.